それ、病気って言うんだよ。
そんな言い方しなくても。
なんで？だってそうじゃん。ヤモリくんだって病気だよ。
え？
学校に行けなくなって夜な夜な遊びほうけてる中学生なんて病気そのものじゃん。
私、やめます。
だからね、アリサちゃん。別に病気でいいんだよ。
I think by far and large, this was the cutest episode of Call of the Night yet of the season. I absolutely love this episode from beginning to end. I think my favorite thing, outside of getting some MAID fan service, right? And getting some really good laughs out of the little cute stuff, with the way that Ko was able to be the detective, the way that Nazuna at the end of the episode decided that, hey, this MAID stuff, it pays pretty good. There's a pretty good cheese here. She's like, I'm gonna pick up some extra shifts. You had all that, but my favorite part was, and I'm gonna F up her name, but Kohakobe, which I guess her main name is Midori. I think Midori, stands for green. It's a lot easier of a name to say, so I'll just go with Midori. But I think my favorite thing this episode was the fact that Midori has been holding a grudge against Ko this whole entire time. She made it very evident, like, yo, this kid said no to me. He rejected me. So, like, she made it a point to be extra cute. She made it a point to give 120% while she was doing her maidly duties. She made it a point that when they were stuck in the locker, to really press up all of her goodies all up against Ko, to really be like, yo, I can't believe you said no to this. And I just kind of felt like that was the funniest thing, because she brought it up, I think, like 3, maybe even 4 times this episode. And I was like, dang, girl, like, calm down. He's 14. But it's just the fact that he's like, nah, I'm like, all of you, I'm good on that. Like, I'm straight. I'm good on that. No need, nothing here. And I do like how Ko this episode was like, well, it's a no for almost everybody, not just you. Like, to try like console her and make her feel better. So I just find that whole narrative with her really funny. And she is a really, really cute character, which leads me to believe now that they might bring another 1 or 2 of the other vampire girls kind of in the story again, which I think is a pretty cool little twist to it. The only thing that I don't like about that, in all honesty, is it deflects or it deviates from the main storyline, which is Ko trying to turn into a vampire, trying to fall in love with Nazuna, and him only having this 1 year time span, to really kind of get that done. So that's the only thing, is this definitely felt like a filler episode, like a side story to something else that's going on, like the actual story that's actually happening. So it just gave me those filler vibes, but at the end of the day, I loved the episode. I thought it was fantastic. I loved the MAID fan service and all of that. Now, the rest of the episode, it introduced a character called Arisa, who was one of the girls that worked at the MAID cafe. And essentially, the story was this. It started off with Midori, Kohakobe, needing somebody to fill in a shift at the MAID cafe. Maybe one of the girls I don't know if they ever really specified. Maybe one of the girls called out. Maybe they just needed extra additional help or something. Something like that. And she is struggling to find. She's like, yo, who am I going to find for this shift? I need somebody who is like, perfect. I can't enlist the other vampire girls because they're too focused on being the cutest version of themselves. Basically, she was like, they're going to be too hard of a competition. I need somebody who won't take away my number 1 spot on their first day, but, somebody who's cute enough. And, of course, Nazuna was like, and she comes up there, and she was like, yes, you got an okay face. You could come. I thought that was really, really funny. So she gets Nazuna to come. Nazuna does a good job. She practices on Ko, calling him master and your highness and all kinds of things. I thought that whole entire scene was really cute. Then we transition to the Arisa stuff. Essentially, there's somebody putting photos of her on a website, like Peeping Tom type photos. And Ko takes it upon himself to be the detective, to be Mr. Sherlock Holmes. And he ends up figuring out that based on the angle and the way that the photos were actually like taken, he was like, A, they look too good, and B, nobody would be peeping and taking these photos. These photos had to have been like posed for. So he ends up figuring out that she's just the person actually posing these photos, because she's just trying to get or garner some of the attention that she's lost since Midori has started working there, because Midori's now the #1 girl where she used to be. So very sweet stuff. He ends up figuring it out. Midori and Arisa share something really cool where she basically tells her, like, hey, all humans are weirdos. Like, this, what you're doing is a natural reaction. Don't feel weird about it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you could have just kind of been upfront with us. Obviously she won't be upfront with the person that she's trying to compete with, but she's like, hey, don't worry about it. Ko over here, he's an effing weirdo too. He's got an illness. He's got problems. He doesn't go to school. He's out at night, la, 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 la. She was like, so don't even worry about that with you. And then obviously we get to the end of the episode where, Arisa and Ko get to take a little cute selfie with each other and stuff. So now Ko's got another new friend, which is really cool. And then we get the little piece where Nazuna basically is like, yo, I'm going to continue working here. The money good, y'all. So overall, really, really cute episode. I say a solid 9 out of 10. Is it a filler? Yeah, a little bit. But at the end of the day, it was really, really enjoyable. Really, really, really good. So I thought this definitely knocked it out the park. I love the MAID fan service and everything about this episode. I thought it was peak Call of the Night stuff. So, all right, let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below. Sorry for this episode being late. When the episode came out, I got terribly sick out of nowhere. So I was like, I was put on the bed. Like I got terribly sick yesterday. Right after I recorded Danmachi, I finished my actual work because I work my normal day job, and then after that I got my kids from school, and I was just like I had no time. I was like, I'm gonna have to do this tomorrow. So sorry for this being late. I appreciate you guys being here nonetheless. You got a little bit of my life story there. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.